So we are 8 episodes deep into the Chainsaw Man anime, and what has been living rent-free in my head ever since the anime's first episode aired, has Chainsaw Man, the anime, not the manga, lived up to the hype? Because we gotta think about this. Everything that we know thus far, everything that has come out for the anime, to the ending songs, to the opening song, to the visuals, to the voice acting, to the community reaction to the show, to the trending, has the series truly lived up to all the hype that it has kind of established early on before the anime ever, started to air? And this is, like I said, a huge question I've been wondering, because obviously, when we take a look at, let's say, this episode on screen, episode 8, which we can all agree was a straight-up banger of an episode, like, easily one of the best episodes, or by far the best episode of Chainsaw Man's anime, and with the trending, to just, like, Chainsaw Man literally trending every single week, to just, like, the overall reception to, like, the ending songs here and all that, has the series really done a good job with living up to everything that it kind of built up for over like a year? For instance, fans waiting and anticipating this anime, anticipating, how it's going to look, to how this will blow everybody's minds in terms of how the anime community will maybe perceive anime. Has Chainsaw Man done a lot to really establish itself as something that's going to be looked back on like 10 years from now as one of the hallmarkers of anime itself? And that is a really good question, and I want to talk about that, because when I think of something that lives up to the hype, or something that really stands the test of time, I think of stuff like maybe Ava, to even One Punch Man season 1 from recent, the recent era, to also just stuff like, I guess, Bleach and Naruto, how they stand the test of time, stuff like that. Something that, people think back on, and it is continuously brought up in conversations. Something that will continue to stick around for the rest of pretty much anime's history. And personally, after just seeing the overall reaction, not just to the anime, but to the manga before the anime came out, Chainsaw Man kind of already concreted itself as like a standout manga. Fujimoto-sensei, the author of Chainsaw Man, is just such a brilliant writer. I mean, I think anyone can agree with that, especially by just even anime-onlys at this point can agree. He's a brilliant writer by the way he just handles so much build-up and just shocking scenes like what we had happen to Makima and Denji's entire group. It's a very crazy, absolutely crazy writing style. And when, the anime came out, obviously fans have been excited. They were very excited for the anime because, like, holy crap, the manga, it's godly. It's amazing. And so I think in terms of recognition, definitely the manga already, I'm going to answer that question, has blown everybody's minds and definitely will probably stand the test of time. Now, let's look at the anime. So, visual department, obviously, it's impressive. Like, I don't think there's any denying that Chainsaw Man's visuals are very impressive. This episode alone speaks to that. I mean, to how a lot of the movement kind of feels like realistic, and I talked about this in my review, how it feels rotoscoped to a certain degree. I don't know if it is or not, but the point is that there is a lot of lifelike movement. And I know this is really hard to fully understand because I'm not explaining it properly, but basically, when you watch an anime, you could tell it's an anime. Like, you could tell. I'm not talking about the art, that it's an anime. I'm talking about the way the characters move. You could tell it's an anime, but there is sometimes within animation, like for anime, where a character moves so fluidly that it looks like it's a real person moving. And obviously this could be rotoscoping, or it could be something else entirely. And Chainsaw Man has a lot of those realistic movements, like the hand movements of characters. Like, there's a lot of moments within this anime, actually, I think that really needs to be pointed out, that really shows the skill and attention to detail to this anime adaptation. And that is definitely these eating scenes. For instance, when you see, like, characters literally grabbing food and they're eating, they literally move their entire hand and they put it up to their mouth. This is a very spectacular showcasing of art and animation. I know it's very simplistic, but most anime, think about it, you see a character just quickly move from one frame to the next to put food in their mouth. But when you see a character grab food and they slowly are moving it up to their mouth, and when you see their jaw like move and all that while they're eating, it's very different. And it shows the attention to detail to making the entirety of Chainsaw Man immersive. And so if we're talking about art direction, obviously Chainsaw Man will definitely stand the test of time for something like that. Obviously, I think there's a lot more to it than that. We gotta think about the brilliant casting. The voice actors. I think Power's voice actor, to Denji's voice actor, to Makima's voice actor, to Kobini's voice actor. I know people want to meme on me saying Kobini, but I love Kobini. It's a really nice name for it. Sounds cute. But just different things to, like the characters' voice actors just really stand out. It's a stellar cast, and I believe that Makima's voice actor is actually kind of brand new as well in the industry, which is honestly amazing for her to have like a role like Makima already. I mean, obviously she died this episode, but still the point is for her to have a role like that was a really standout character for the brief scenes she actually was in. It's honestly incredible. I mean, even the backgrounds of the series, too. I mean, if we want to keep on the art department, the backgrounds are really heavily detailed. Like, I really love the backgrounds for Chainsaw Man. Now, one thing that I do think that shows how much love this is getting besides the art and animation is definitely the ending songs. And I think this is what everybody loves talking about, especially with the anime, is that every single episode of Chainsaw Man has a brand new ending song. And I want to keep it real with you. I've been watching anime for a decade and a half, okay? I've been watching it for a very long time. And I have never seen an anime have more than, like, 2 ending songs per season. Maybe sometimes 3, but I have never seen an anime have a brand new ending song for every single episode of its airing. That is not normal. That is legitimately not normal whatsoever. We live in a very interesting time for anime to have something like that happen. We thought it was ridiculous that Re:Zero was able to do something unknown. For instance, having no opening song for basically its entire runtime and to extend as much content as they could within the show. But Chainsaw Man has just done something different. A new ending song for every single episode. The amount of money that would probably take to do to have different covers, different songs, different visuals is something that I can't even calculate. I don't know enough about the industry to even calculate how expensive that alone is. It's honestly ridiculous. It really is. It's not something you actually expect to see at all. And this is another thing. I feel like Chainsaw Man, especially in other series that's airing this season, like Mob Psycho and Bleach, has really risen people's expectations for anime. I feel like thanks to what Studio MAPPA has done in the recent seasons of anime, or what it's worked on, like to Attack on Titan, to Jujutsu Kaisen, to, this series Chainsaw Man, to eventually Vinland Saga, to eventually Hell's Paradise, they've raised the ball. They've raised the ball and like threw the ball high. The bar, or not ball, no, I said ball. The bar has been raised so high at this point. People's expectations for anime has gotten just extremely high to look like this all the time, to look beautiful, to absolutely look like it's movie quality. And as much as I wish every anime could look like Chainsaw Man, I think not every anime should look like Chainsaw Man. If we lived in a perfect world, I would love this. But obviously it is not a perfect world. And I feel like people's overall expectations have risen to an astronomically high level, which has definitely seeped in to overall anime culture, I've noticed, over different shows. Like, if something doesn't even look close to the level of Jujutsu Kaisen, or Chainsaw Man, or even Bleach, it's crap. And I guess, once again, even the negative sides of the Chainsaw Man reception to the anime is also something that's worth talking about. Has it lived up to the hype? That is the question. And I guess in terms of conversation, to the trending, to just the overall, reaction on YouTube, it's clear that Chainsaw Man is something that has made a lot of waves. And I feel like this is not going to be a series people are going to forget about. I give it, 5 years from now, people are going to be talking about Chainsaw Man. And to make things even crazier, the manga is still ongoing. So with the manga still ongoing, the anime airing, people are, once this anime's done, they're going to jump ship to the manga. That's what's going to happen. People are going to jump onto the manga and start reading it, and the manga is just going to explode even more so in popularity. So yeah, I mean, it's a very interesting debate and topic. Like, for instance, has it lived up to the hype, and has Chainsaw Man cemented itself as, like, one of the, like, big anime of just anime in general? Like, is it going to be something that's going to continuously be mentioned on a constant? Like, when people bring up conversations of anime, they watch people that are non-anime fans, well, they bring up Chainsaw Man, like, alongside, let's say, Dragon Ball, or Pokemon, or, One Punch Man. Well, people bring up Chainsaw Man into that conversation. It's only a matter of time until we start seeing, like, maybe merch in the West for Chainsaw Man, and once that starts to happen, I think then it's going to be ridiculous. But yeah, I want to talk about this. This was a very off-topic type of video discussion. I just wanted to talk about Chainsaw Man and my overall thoughts on it, because it's just been plaguing my mind, and I wanted to just speak my mind on the situation. Now, before I wrap up this video, though, I once again want to just thank Nicholas for shouting me out in his Chainsaw Man video. I truly appreciate it. I really do. I 100% cannot thank him enough, and I want to say once again thank you for just shouting me out and all that. I'm honored. I'm very, very honored, and if you do see this, just thank you. I really am thankful. But I want to leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you all enjoy my content, please subscribe. It does help me out a lot, and I would greatly appreciate it. It would help with people noticing the content, to getting notified and all that. So yeah, hit that bell icon, subscribe, leave a comment, etc. But with that, be safe, stay healthy. Chibi out.